Hello the internet, welcome back to the Waifus. Today we're playing another gacha game to save you from all of the trash out there, from all of the awful gacha games, and I can bring you the worst ones myself. Now today we're playing a one with pretty good fan service, I will say. Okay, so really good fan service, which is mostly for free, by the way. You can get all of these backgrounds for free, and it's pretty fast. It's based on intimacy and who you marry. Also, something pretty important is that this game is PEGI 12. This game is the same age rating as Naked. So yeah, that's it. Just a simple, quick thing to mention before we go into the video. That's it. Relax, subscribe, help me get on the channel, and let's get started with the Girl Wars review. This is an idle game that the fan service is pretty good, the character itself and how many you can collect, and you can go on dates with them, and the interactions are really good. The rest of the game is awful, really awful. Starting with the UI, for example, as you can see, look at this UI. My god, this game is like a year old, but someone recommended it to me the other day. Honestly, even while being a year old, this game looks like it's even older. Sometimes companies will buy license from games that are already EOS and they will republish them, right? Add more content or new characters or whatever, and they will republish these things. So this is what this looks to me. That looks like to me, right? Which is just a reskin of a previous game or older game, because this UI is too old, even from 2023. This is just too fucking old. Now that said, let's jump directly into what this game has to offer you, how good it looks, all the interactions with the characters and how they work, and then we will be going over the gacha and the gameplay as well, because the gameplay is probably like the worst part itself of the game. So let's get started with the worst part, and then we'll go into the good things that the game has to offer, right? Starting with the worst part, for most people, it's gonna be the gameplay itself. Actually, not really. Most of us play auto battlers. Let's be real here. Most of us enjoy our trash auto battlers to just collect waifus, and you can have your team compositions, but they are auto battlers. This is an auto battler that will remind you of Epic 7, but worse animations. People were calling this Epic 3.5 in chat when we were playing the real stream. If you wanna see me play all of these amazing gachas on the stream, feel free to come by everyday live here and on Twitch. Link in the description. So after that amazing plug, this is the combat system itself, and there is really cool animations, by the way. The ultimates for the characters are fully cutscenes animated, like anime style, similar to, like I was saying, Epic 7 but worse, right? But still, for a game of this quality, when it comes to like the UI, so many pop-ups, so many things, every character has its own cutscenes. Not only that, but every character has a free underwear. They call it a skin, which is different clothing, and those skins have 2 interactions each. Not only that, but you can marry most of the girls, and that will give you another skin for free, plus another 3 interactions per marriage skin. So that's a lot of interactions, a lot of L2Ds for free, a lot of things to do with your girls. You can also go on dates, we'll show that in a second, and that you can just do, on a game like this, which is pretty nice. Even the combat is not as bad as it could be. We've played way worse auto battlers. There is a skip button. The worst thing about this game, in my opinion, and I'm gonna keep saying it during the video, is the UI. The UI pisses me off because this looks like a fucking Flash game from 2005. But that's just me. The gameplay is that there is a lot of game modes, way too many game modes, way too many mini games. This year is 1 year old, so you're jumping directly into all of the content that's been accumulated during this year, right? So I will only be showing the base gameplay, but once again, there is your tower, there is your usual PvP, there is in fact 5 PvP game modes. God, I love fucking PvP, my god. There is a lot of guild content as well. If you're interested in playing, join us on our guild Doro, alright? I am playing right now with Scarrow. It's just me and Scarrow and a random. So if you want to play, feel free to come by, alright, and join us. We're going to be playing for like a couple of weeks until we get bored. For now, it's been pretty good. That's it about gameplay. Gameplay is one of the worst parts, but the worst part to me is the gacha. Now, the gacha is 50-50 because you can focus on one thing and it's not as bad. And the problem is that you try to focus, but this is all banners, and I'll show you how many banners there are on the left. But let's check the Merlin animation. As you can see, that's a nice animation for Merlin. I don't remember Merlin being like this, but it's fine. So all of this on the left, like you are seeing behind me, and as you can see, this keeps going down, right? This is all banners. All of this is different banners, different characters. For example, this one right here, if you want to get this character, you need 150 shards. Yes, you pull shards, you do not pull the character. Then you have your wishlist normal banner, which every 3 multis guarantees a character. That's better. And then you have For example, the marriage banner, which you can use as different tickets or gems, is the same thing. You actually pull with shards, and every 30 shards you will get that marriage character. Now, every 3 multis, you also get a guaranteed marriage skin for free. So every 3 multis, I believe, you get one, which is pretty nice, and you can change your wish list after 100 draws. I've done 8. I've married 3 girls, I believe, right now. And so it's pretty easy to get them, even without using gems. I've been using my gems only for characters, and it's been pretty good. Now, like I was saying, having 30 different banners, it's awful, right? And we'll talk about character progression in a second. But for example, you have Merlin, which is the lowly who transforms into a succubus with the UR version. The one I've been pulling for personally, it's Leonidas. Leonidas is being changed a little bit, as you can see. Leonidas has changed from, well, what I remember from history books, but we do not complain. So like I was saying, a multi you can pull for with gems on every banner or different types of currencies. There are team leaders, which will cost 150 shards. There are normal characters, who will cost you 60 shards. And then there are the UR evolutions, which is different shards. You need 60 of them. As you can see, you need 90 shards for Merlin, but you will need 60 shards in order to evolve her. So it's a pain in the ass when you start seeing how many banners there are and how many currencies. It is trash, but it's not as bad as it looks like if you focus on one banner. I already completed one banner yesterday, which was on the bottom, I believe. And this one right here, Miyamoto Musashi, I already got her. So I need 94 to go to actually 4 stars. We'll talk about that in a second. I'll show this girl later as well. So now I'm pulling for Leonidas, and I should be able to also obtain all of the shards. Now, when it comes to the animation for pulling, it's not that exciting. You get these 5 boxes, you get a luck meter on top, and then you will get some shards or some materials. You can get lucky, you can get fucking unlucky. So, the gacha system, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it or anything. Personally, I think it's bad, but considering how many resources you get, it could be a lot worse. I don't like having so many banners. Every 3 days you are getting new banners, and it's like, come on, bro. Now, all of the SRs use different currency, which is this right here, and you're gonna be able to obtain all of them for free since you get so much currency for that. So the SRs, you'll get all of them. The SSRs is gonna be over time. Now, let's go talk about character progression. Like I was saying, gacha is probably the worst part of the game. Gameplay, it's a 50-50 depending what you like. Since there is plenty of things to do, you'll never run out of things to do. There is co-op, there is your PvP, there is 30,000 different mini games to do. There is right now the first anniversary event going on as well, so plenty of things to check out. Let's talk about character progression because that's something I personally not in love with. So your characters, as you can see, will have stars on the right, intimacy behind me, a bond, ascension, enlightenment, all of the love stats as well, the skills and the stats. Let's go one by one. Your equipment, you can farm this. You will be able to farm this and automatically improve it with resources that you can grind. That's fine. You can even craft this. Cool. Specific weapons, exclusive weapons, you can grind some. I've grinded already 3 of them, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, right? So I've grinded 3. You can grind some. I'm not sure after the honeymoon period if it's gonna be easy or not. So that's like the first incognito. How easy it is to get these exclusive weapons, I don't know. Then you have this love equipment, which you can also enhance and will give you extra stats. Like you can see, there's a lot of things, even a lot of combat power that will gauge you from progressing or not, but you can collect this over time as well. No problem with this. Skills is a pain in the ass and it's a really bad system, because skills will unlock with the stars of your character, and the only way of obtaining stars for your characters is with dupes. Dupes are really powerful here. Now you can exchange dupes, as you can see. I can come here and I can be like, hey, I want to actually exchange for the max amount of dupes that I can right now, even though you have to go one by one because my god, this game, right? And you can exchange and then be like, okay, I exchanged 10 so I can get the next dupe, but the next dupe it's only this one. You need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in order to go to 4 stars. So I can keep exchanging this, right? And now this is because I've accumulated this currency from pulling on the gacha that match. But after you've used it on one character you like, you're not gonna be able to have more of this. So getting dupes, it's really powerful. And the only way of going into UR characters is actually by spending money. Now, like I was saying, this is gonna be the usual bullshit in most gacha games. We know this. So as you can see, start up. I use all the currency I have saved up, and now she's 4 stars and she gets a new skill. I don't like this because this means you're gonna get completely destroyed in PvP. Completely destroyed. Like there is nothing in here that will be like, oh no, it's not too bad. No, it's complete pay to win. When it comes to getting the characters and progressing, as you can see, I started playing 2 days ago. Plenty of SSRs, plenty of SRs. You can collect characters, and I'll show the full collection in a second. When it comes to the Ascension, this is a system that you will be able to grind. This is the usual Chinese system where you put the scrolls and you can level up your characters, which, as you can see, there we go. She can go to level 1 and she can keep going. So when you get to level 7, you have to pay a different currency to go to +4. She's +3 already, +2, +2, +3, +3, etc. You can reset characters for free and you will be able to get the materials back if you want to use someone else, so that's not too bad. Now, that's for the skills, the equipment, etc. As you can see, most of the stuff you can craft or grind. There's also the enlightenments, which is even more base stats for your character that you will be able to obtain just by grinding the dungeons. And you can just activate these skill trees, and there is 20 of each. So there is 20 uncommon trees, there is 20 rare trees, and there is 20 epic trees as well that unlock at level 50, which is next level for me. So a lot of things to get extra stats on your characters, but that knows everything. You also have the intimacy level. Now this is the good part of the game, okay? Because the intimacy will give you two things. Will give you some stats, nobody cares about that, but at level 2, you unlock the underwear for the characters. And at level 4, you unlock 2 exclusive interactions with each character for free. So you have one L2D, right? One L2D with 2 interactions, and then some of them, most of them, you can also marry. I cannot show it here, but I can show it with the characters. And when you marry them, you will gonna be getting even more interactions. So for example, this girl, this is her normal L2D. She has a base interaction, right? Which is this one. But she also gets more interactions. For example, this Doom interaction after you reach intimacy level 4. Now you can also go you can also go on dates with them, and you can also do a lot more things. So when it comes to collecting waifus and actually interacting with them and their story and everything else, this is a really good gacha. And I'm gonna be honest, like, I'm enjoying it just because of this, just because how many characters you can get and deal with this. Some of these characters also will have UR evolutions, which look a lot better in quality. As you can see, this quality for this L2D looks a lot better. I don't know how you get these shards outside of the gacha, if you can even get them outside of the gacha. Because, for example, Merlin, I do have some of her shards that I've been getting, 19, right? So, as you can see, she goes from semi-lolly, right, into a big succubus, and you will get also more interactions as well. So, in that regard, that's pretty good. This is one of the girls that I married, for example, and she gets more interactions just because you married her. So, you get, I think it's 3 interactions, depending where you click, you're gonna be getting more or less. It's pretty cool. And you can also go on dates with the girls. As you can see, you go to marriage and you'll be able to go on dates every single day. You can marry basically as many girls as you want. You can go click auto date. Of course, if you manually play, you're gonna be going into like a mini game where you talk with her, kind of remove some clothing, can show more in here. Now the game, like I was saying earlier, and this is like not a joke, this is a Peggy 12 game. Okay, this is a Peggy 12 game. Which makes no sense. Makes absolutely no sense that this is a Peggy 12 game, right? But we will leave it at that. Now, that said, the game is good as a waifu collector. If you want to join us for a week or two, see if you enjoy it, our guild is Doro. The gacha is trash. The PvP is pay to win, absolutely. But it's a nice waifu collector. If you want anything to play for a couple of weeks while you're waiting for the next big gacha drop, this might be an interesting title. That said, I'm pleasantly surprised with the fan service and the quality of the L2Ds, considering it's a free-to-play gacha that looks like a flash game with this interface. So that's gonna be it for this one. A nice surprise with good fan service while we wait for new Nike patches. Girl wars. That's it. That's gonna be it for this one. Love you all, bossos. Have a great day as usual. Thank you to my Petros for making this content possible. Good luck with your pool generates. I'll see you in the next one.
役立たずは楽園から追放するのみ。ブランとノワールのショータイムです。天地万物を切るとはこういうことだ。